Hey there, this is Enrico, and I am doing another walk and talk. This time, hopefully with a better audio system. I've got a little lav mic attached somewhere, maybe there in the dark shadows. And I got a new haircut. Ooh, looks strange looking Enrico. And let's see, today, what are we going to do? I could show you a little bit of the studio, some of the equipment that we use to record our civic meetings, the town of Taos, and the planning and zoning and the historic commission. So we have a series of little cameras, and they record our meetings. We have a Mac over here that we use as a switcher, and so this is our switching software. We also have a board, a television over here that actually allows us to watch and preview the video feeds as we switch. And so here is the screen. Right now we don't have any cameras except for the reverse on and plugged in to our HDMI. But we switch among these sources, and we put that out, and then we stream that to the rest of you. We also create DVDs that you can check out or purchase from the town if there is content that's covered and you want to review it yourself. It's all those meetings are also available on the website and on the YouTube station. So just go ahead and check us out at taos22.org, and you'll see the stuff there. Okay, here's a little bit of a soundboard. And I'm going to go over here and show you our little preview of what happened. So behind me, we have a little television that's sort of just a standard cathode ray tube. And right now we're playing Democracy Now! So Democracy Now! Is one of the programs that we offer you regularly. We'd like to offer a few others. If you have any suggestions as to public access programming that you'd like to see, let us know. And again, you can get at that if you go to the taos22.org site and go to the Contact Us section. There's a little form, fill it out, and that information comes to me. So thanks. Let's see what else we're going to do. I don't know. Oh, I just wanted to show you one of the other things that we just got in. It's an LED light system. And so we have a couple of these panels that allow us to put light in our little production studio. What's great is they don't put off very much heat at all, essentially no heat. And so we can get away with that up in our little loft area where it can get warm sometimes. So let's take a look at our little light. Ah, it's so bright. Let's go ahead and walk around town. I think I've done the stuff that I need to up here. I got a couple things started, a couple DVDs for the town. So they'll be getting them later on today, and then that's when you can go ahead and ask for them. It costs a little bit to get a hold of those discs because it takes a little time for them, and there's material costs included to make a copy for you. But you can also get hold of them on YouTube or the Taos22 site. So I'm just going to go into work. We're going to see who does what and say hello to people. How's that? I am just going to go ahead and get a drink of water I'm also going to stop by the a good training place that you might want to check out. I'm in the administration offices at UNM-Taos right now, and this over here is the Adult Learning Center, and they train people. If you don't have a high school, if you don't have your high school diploma, they can help you get a GED. Their services are free, and they meet over here in these classrooms in the evenings, and people come over, adults, younger people get dropped off, and they hang around and meet in small groups and learn the skills that they need to pass the GED. So you might want to check with them. Over here in the background is the Southwest Research Center. Now, all of this stuff is just off of Bertha, so it's Civic Plaza Drive, and then you turn on to Bertha, which is sort of an alleyway, really. And there's a lot of really nice services. I want to show you another place. This is the UNM CLD room. It stands for UNM Cloud, UNM-Taos Cloud. And we have a green screen production studio in there. It's also the home of the UNM-Taos Digital Media Arts program. So the UNM Digital Media Arts program covers video, some effects really, and some other software. I'm teaching a class called Digital Media Foundations that focuses on the Adobe Creative Suite software. So we're learning how to use Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, and we'll jump into Premiere and some of the other software that's available in that Creative Suite system. A lot of that software is, that class is designed to give you the skills of understanding the basics of images and video, print, and some other skills that we get into based on the interests of the students, because I really wanted to make the class make sense for artists who need to produce their own postcards and business cards and websites, and so we just get started with a lot of those skills that the other programs in the digital media arts certificate program we'll get into. So consider taking a look at that at the UNM-Taos website. And the UNM-Taos is taos.unm.edu. There's no www, it's just taos.unm.edu. So, okay. Is it okay if I record you while Nita's
certainly
demonstrating? It seems like you're giving people a tour.
Yeah, I'll show you this back here. So all of this is all kinds of just Taos information. Marriages, baptisms, all census records, individual books on families. There's one on your family in here. Most of these books about families were done by Alberto Vidarde, who passed away not too long ago. This one's Frescus. So you name a family.
So I got married in '57, so that would be in there somewhere.
Not
really.
Not well. That's too early. This is most of this stuff is like, I mean, this starts at 1770 and goes to 1849. Unless you're really old, you.
Getting there.
I know you are. And then these are really cool books about New Mexico place names. A lot of times when people look up their family history, they're in little villages that no longer exist in New Mexico, but this will tell about those little villages.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really fun. Then we've got the 2 volumes of Onate. So when you go back far enough, yeah. And look at this. This is Senior Reuben Baca's tree that he worked on.
This one?
Yeah.
A lot of tree.
See, we'll do that with yours. We'll get a big tree for you too. And then and here is, like I say, all New Mexico history is pretty much this wall. This is Joan Lovelace's collection. She did genealogy forever. This is all of her material. And we've got Kit Carson material, Mountain Men, Penitentes, Pueblo, Taos, local history. These two cases are all just Taos art. And then we've got a great, this case is full of maps, Taos maps, county maps, down to world maps. So we can cover, this is 3 museums, libraries, so between the 3.
You can go back 300-400 years.
Oh yeah, yeah, easy. And then these are local, this is a D.H. Lawrence collection, which is really just incredible here. And then we got Frank Waters and Mabel Dodge Lujan and John Nichols, and some of our regular local authors are here. So it's a fun place. And sometimes we find horse thieves in families. Yeah. But it is great fun.
Well, my dad wasn't the horse thief, he just borrowed the cattle.
He just borrowed the cattle. That's right. He told me that story. Yeah, just borrowed them for a short time. Yes. So it's really fun. So we can go back and find all kind of things. And if somebody comes in and they want to do a art project or whatever subject, we've got the material here that you know, can really help them a lot. And I've got New Mexico Magazine, a full set. Back here I've got the New Mexico Historical Review, going back to 1916, I think. And these are great books, and we have indexes for these. I have a whole set of El Palacio and an index, and New Mexico Magazine. So you can find all kinds of information in here. Here's the New Mexico magazines. These go back to, it's not in order. Oh, they're
See, you had a book up there about Turley Mill.
Uh-huh.
That's up above Arroyondo there. I remember seeing the ruins years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, you know about, I got all the stories, you know, about the 1847 revolt, because most of the French went there. And then Turley thought he'd gotten loose, but he didn't. They finally got him too. But it was interesting. His brother came from, I think, Kentucky when Turley was killed. And the brother thought, I guess, he was going to get all the land. But the mother of Turley's 6 children, or however many it was, went to court, and the local Spanish woman got that land. So.
Tobin was one of the guys that escaped from there, from the Turley Mill massacre.
That's
I read
right.
somewhere.
Yeah, there's a whole book about Tom, about Tom Tobin too, of that time, that's really interesting. So, then the Civil War here, I've got material on that, and the volunteers, the New Mexico volunteers who, under Kit Carson, to look up there's just pages of names of New Mexicans that were volunteers in that. I just got a new thing here. I haven't quite set it up yet, but the Taos County Historical Society have provided CDs, and people can come in and listen to all of these interviews with people 20, 30, 40 years ago, and they can sit and listen to them on earplugs. I don't know where the contents is for that right now, but that's going to be a really interesting thing for people to come in. When people come in, we do the origins of New Mexico families. We can look up the first people that came to New Mexico when we're tracking. So when we're doing the genealogy, working with people, we try to go back to the first one that came in here. And then, of course, we'll use those Onate books, too, because it lists, when a family came in, it lists how many horses, how many buckles, how many, gives you a whole complete list of what those first, of what those people brought in with them. So, this is the index to the maps. So there's just all kind of things here to check out. Vicente Martinez gave us this chart. And those are the descendants of Padre Martinez, and he descends from Padre's line
I
over
met a guy
there.
once, so he said that his father was Padre Martinez. Is that possible?
Well,
Priests are supposed to be celebrated, you know?
Well, I know, but
But that one wasn't.
that wasn't the case. No,
He had
all,
family.
all these people, well, he married when he was a young man, and his wife and daughter died, and then he decided to go be a priest. And then, but I don't know, like say through time, another thing that's really interesting now is the slavery. There are more and more records coming about from the people that were slaves here, and that's become, because one of the stories was Rosario, who she was captured by the Spanish, she and her little daughter, and they were brought to Taos and they were sold to two different families, and Rosario was really unhappy about that. So the Martinez family did buy her daughter back, and they lived with the Martinez family, and actually Rosario took care of Padre Martinez in his last years, and he left her land in his will. So that's kind of a whole new thing that's come about
But
with.
he did actually have children after he was a priest.
Yeah, yeah, it was kind of a magical thing.
Good to meet you both.
Okay,
And
all right.
I'm gonna go on my way. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So we're at Sid's, the local organic market. Ooh. And I'm gonna go have lunch. I'm here at Sid's and we have a bake sale going. It's for the METTA Theater.
The METTA Theater, nonprofit theater here in Taos that's really focused on helping young adults. And we have a workshop. We have probably productions every couple weeks. We used to have an adult workshop, but right now we're focused on the younger folks. Bruce McIntosh is the director of the theater, and he's been doing this probably for over 10 years. And we do the bake sale to help be able to do the things we're doing.
This is really some fantastic stuff that you guys bring out every time. You seem to do it like every couple months or something.
Yeah, in the summer it's close to about once a month, and then this will be our last one for the year, and then we'll pick it up again in the spring. Michelle McIntosh makes all of the cheesecakes and the truffles. She's an incredible cheesecake artist.
Yeah, and it's every
Fantastic. Well, thanks. And yeah, it was good meeting everyone from the METTA Theater. So.
Yeah, and anybody that sees that today, please come down and enjoy the bake sale.
Very cool. Okay, that was good. It's good to meet the people over at the METTA Theater. We got a great cookie, tasty, just for $1, really. So I'm walking down Bertha. A lot of students park down here. It's free parking if you're a student. And if you're coming to see Nita Murphy at the Southwest Research Center, you'll park down this alley. Or if you are one of the UNM-Taos students, or if you're here for the Adult Education Center, this is where you park. Oh my gosh, who is it?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hey Pam, how's it? How's your new place?
I love my new place.
Excellent.
Absolutely ecstatic.
Balloons in the sky over Taos. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. Hello, happy face.